Today on Molson, that's hockey. They weren't great against the Danes. Would Sunday be a Swiss miss for Canada at the Worlds? Ottawa hasn't won the Cup in 76 years. Vancouver's never done it. Could they be on a collision course this year? He's been getting jiggy all playoffs. All he really wants is to be like his idol, St. Patrick.
Ryan Smith to Carter, scores! And Anson Carter must be thinking, finally.
An off day in the Stanley Cup playoffs, but there's still lots to talk about in the NHL, the junior loops, and overseas as well. Good day, everyone, and welcome to our playoff edition of Molson That's Hockey. I'm Gino Reda. It is great to have you with us today. In a few minutes, we'll be joined by hockey analyst Kevin Constantine, who just became a national champion last night. But first to Finland. Canada facing Switzerland at the World Hockey Championship. It's also an important game in the standings. With a win, Canada can vault into first place in Group F. First period, Canada comes out with some energy. Shane Doan with a nice one-handed feed to Chris Draper, but he cannot find the back of the net. Canadians keep the pressure on the Swiss. Daniel Briere feeds Patrick Marleau, but check out the save by Marco Bure to just rob him. More great opportunities. Ryan Smith to his former Oiler teammate Anson Carter, who's all alone at the side of the net. Great opportunity, but he can't bury it. And for the second straight game, Canada cannot finish on its opportunities. Roberto Luongo making his second start of the tournament thus far. Second period, it's Luongo's turn to shine. He outweights Lucas Serreta and makes the fine stick save. Canada continues to create. Steven Reinprecht around the net, but can't get past Bure. Another scoring chance wasted. Canada's determination finally pays off on the power play.
On the board, Smith knocked it down. Here's Ryan Smith to Carter, scores!
Yeah, Carter makes no mistake this time, and it is 1-0 Canada. And the Canadian faithful in Finland have something to cheer about. And it's a good thing it's really not that cold here. Third period, Canada gets a little insurance. Eric Brewer puts it on net. Sean Horkoff is there for the rebound, and somehow he gets it in. Makes it 2-0 Canada. The Swiss trying to get back in it. Lucas Serreta breaks in. Can't get the backhand past Luongo. It's a shutout for Luongo as Canada rebounds and defeats Switzerland by a score of 2-0. And because of this, Canada will now go on to face either Germany or Finland in the quarterfinals that begin on Wednesday. After the game, Dave Randorf went one-on-one with the guy who scored the game-winning goal, Anson Carter.
Anson, when you go back to last game and the beginning of this game, you guys were getting a lot of chances but weren't lighting the lamp. So I imagine when you finally got that nice goal, it probably felt pretty good for you and your teammates.
Yeah, it was nice. Our line was pressing a little bit. We weren't supporting the team offensively like how we normally would. But, you know, we didn't get frustrated. We just kept working at it in practice. And tonight, Smitty made a great play. But it started with MC on the face-off, and we're all trying to chip in offensively as much as we can. And tonight, the puck went in.
So now you face Russia, one more game before the quarterfinals, and there's no pep talks needed before Canada plays Russia, right?
No, Canada-Russia's always been big ever since '72 and all the big series, the Canada Cups. Every kid growing up in Canada watched the Canadian teams play against the Russian national team. So regardless of you know what's at stake, whenever Canada plays Russia, it's always a big-time event for us.
Well, congratulations on the goal today against Switzerland, and good luck against Russia, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. No problem.
Other Group F action from today, Latvia upset Russia 2-1, so the Russians now need a win or a tie versus Canada to guarantee a berth in the quarterfinals. Slovakia earned its 5th straight win of the tournament by beating Austria, and thanks to a win over Germany, tomorrow's game between the Czech Republic and Slovakia will decide top spot in Group E action. Also, a reminder coming up tonight, a encore performance of World Hockey Championship action. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time. If you missed this afternoon's game, you can see Canada versus Switzerland. Then on Monday, it's Canada's next game in the qualifying round as they face Russia. That's at 12:50 a.m. Eastern, 9:50 a.m. Pacific time. And that brings us to today's trivia teaser. We want to know which member of the Buffalo Sabres led the 2002 World Hockey Championship in scoring. The answer is coming up in a moment. Also still to come, so close they can almost taste it. The Ottawa Senators get ready for game number 6 against Philadelphia and a possible date with New Jersey. And later, the jig is up. or is it? We'll take a closer look at the story of the playoffs. J.S. Jaguar.
Just about everyone I know has battled with a stripped screw. Introducing the new Craftsman screw-out damaged screw removers. Available only from Sears, it's the fast, easy way to remove damaged screws. Unlike ordinary screwdrivers or driver bits, the Craftsman screw-out damaged screw removers are able to dig in, get that needed resistance, and twist the screw out. It's made of heavy-duty steel, and it can work with either a drill or a hand driver. So call now. Get 3 different sized bits and case for only $29.99, or head over to your local Sears store. With this tool, you can take on almost any screw. Phillips, slotted, Torx, hex, even works on rusted screws. Painted over screws, too. Craftsman makes anything possible. Craftsman screw-out damaged screw removers, the easy way out. Call now and order yours for only $29.99.
To order your set of 3 Craftsman screw-out damaged screw removers, have your credit card ready and call 1-888-607-3277.
Hey guys, give us just 4 weeks to blast your body into the best shape of your life. Introducing Cable Gym, the totally affordable, completely portable, total body sculpting program. With Cable Gym, melt away love handles, say goodbye to that flabby gut, and pump up some awesome biceps. Sculpt rock-hard chest and shoulders, and create irresistible abs. And proving that size does matter, Cable Gym's designed to fit just about anywhere. It's time to keep in motion with Cable Gym today.
You're about to experience a different kind of power. New Power Stripe from Gillette Series. A stripe of extra odor-fighting ingredients makes it very powerful. And power is a sexy thing.
The all-new 8-passenger Pilot from Honda. With an advanced 4-wheel drive system, it takes lots of everything. Anywhere you want to go.
Molson That's Hockey Playoff Edition is brought to you by the new Don Cherry Tallboy can, now free inside Molson Canadian Playoff Packs.
A couple minutes ago, we asked you which member of the Buffalo Sabres led the 2002 World Hockey Championship in scoring. The answer is Miroslav Sitin. He had 13 points in 9 games while playing with Slovakia. Yes, an off day in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Senators can clinch a berth in the Eastern Conference Final with a win tomorrow night at Philadelphia. If trends mean anything, all the Senators have to do is score and they'll win. Not score a lot, just score. The Senators haven't lost a single game in these playoffs when they've scored just 1 goal. With more on the story, here's Brent Wallace.
After playing their best game of the postseason in Game 5 against the Flyers, the Sens are confident they can end this series Monday in Philadelphia. Ottawa is also motivated by the fact it doesn't want anything to do with a Game 7.
We feel confident, but we know it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. You know, they're playing good in their building, and but we definitely want to try to finish them off tomorrow.
We kind of want to drive the last nail in the coffin and do what we can to win, and but they're going to bring something to the table that we gotta look for, and it was a great win last night. I think everyone was a lot of contributions from everybody, so it's obviously we're looking on the upside.
A win in Game 6 would also show how far this team has come in the playoffs. The Sens do not want a repeat of last year's Game 6 against the Leafs in Round 2. Ottawa was leading the series 3-2 and Game 6 2-0 until a major penalty to Ricard Persson turned the game and the series around.
This year we've shown a lot more resiliency. We've shown a lot more determination. We've shown a lot more character.
We're a little different team than last year. We got more experience, and I think everybody has to be ready to win the game, and that's what's in our head. Just win the game, nothing else.
The key in Game 6 for Ottawa is to get to Roman Chuck-Monik. The Flyers goalie has bounced back after every loss in the postseason, and against the Sens, he has posted 2 shutouts. So the Sens will look to get to him early, as all 3 of Ottawa's losses in the playoffs have been shutouts.
We score, we win, and that's the bottom line. Is you get more goals than you do. It's paying the price to do it, and the little things. So hopefully we can do that again tomorrow night.
We feel that if we shoot pucks and get opportunities for rebounds and second and third opportunities, we're going to score some goals. But when he shut us out, we haven't had the second and third opportunities. We haven't got to the net. We haven't looked for the rebounds and worked hard enough to get to them. And Goalies today are too good.
It's been said often in the postseason that special teams will be the key. The Sens have scored a power play goal in all 7 of its postseason wins, while the Flyers' power play has yet to find a way to beat Ottawa. Philadelphia is 0 for 14 with the man advantage in this series. Brent Wallace, TSN, Ottawa.
And to their credit, the Senators' penalty kill has really made life miserable for the Flyers' power play. Through the first 2 rounds, including the Islanders and Flyers, the Senators' penalty kill is clipping along at a 93.3% proficiency rating. They've only given up 3 goals in 45 shorthanded situations. 12 of the Canucks' 29 goals in these playoffs, or 41% of them, have come from their defensemen. The Stars rank 2nd in goals by their defensemen with a total of 6. Jovanovski has that many on his own. And his goals in 4 consecutive games ties the playoff record he now shares with Paul Coffey. Our Farhan Lalji went one-on-one with Jovanovski this afternoon.
Eddie, thank you very much. You tied Paul Coffey's record for consecutive goals in a playoff, one playoff year. Talk about your confidence right now in your game.
Well, definitely confidence is high. I mean, but you know, first and foremost, you know, we're winning games, and you know that's what we're playing for right now. And you know, all the other things. I mean, scoring goals is, yeah, you know, it's great to contribute, but you know, most of all, you want to do things to help the team win.
What about that? As a blue line, you guys have scored 12 goals as a defensive core. Did you guys talk about that at the start of that series to get a little more involved?
I think all throughout the year we have, as especially the coaches, you know, really encouraging us to get up the ice, and you know, it's continue on in the playoffs. I think you know, anytime we can, you know, help out the forwards and give them other options, you know, we're going to do that.
The fact that Minnesota's been in this situation and come back from 3-1 down, does that keep you guys focused heading into Game 5? You know you can't take this team lightly.
Absolutely. I mean, they're a team that we all talk about, a well-coached team that doesn't deviate from their system. And, you know, they play, their systems play to a T. And, you know, they frustrate teams by that. But, you know, on the flip side of that, we have something, you know, we got to go out and do that and win it one game, close things off. And, you know, that's how we got to approach it.
Final thing I want to ask you is the confidence in this room. You guys seem to have found a way to win, getting contribution from a lot of different guys. How confident are you as a group that no matter how bad things are, that you guys can still pull things out?
Very confident. I think that's the way this team's been all year. You got to believe right to the end when the buzzer blows. You know, you got to play hard right to it, and I think you know, it's happened here in the playoffs where we've been down during the latter part of the game, and we found a way to do it. So you know, we got to believe that it works, and we got to stick to it.
Eddie, good luck in Game 5.
Thanks for having me.
Let's send it back to the studio.
Back in studio now with our hockey analyst, Kevin Constantine. And Kevin, when you look at Ed Jovanovski, 6 goals already in this postseason, impressive in and of itself. But it's not just the number of goals he's scoring, it's the way he's scoring.
Well, they're taking advantage of Minnesota's weakness, which I love what Vancouver's doing. They're going to the front of the net where they can take advantage of their size. Bertuzzi's picking guys in front, and Jovanovski, especially on the power play, is coming down off the point. And now you got 2 huge bodies in front of the net. Bertuzzi setting picks, and Jovanovski looking for cross-crease passes and rebounds. So you got to take advantage of the other team's weakness, and in this case, those 2 huge bodies in front takes advantage of Minnesota's smaller stature in this series.
So the Vancouver Canucks can clinch in Monday's action, and so too can the Ottawa Senators. Just one more victory for moving on to the next round. And one major encouraging factor, this is a team that has struggled to score, but finally break out with 5 big goals in game number 5.
Well, I don't know if Ottawa scoring 5 goals was their offense getting untracked, or whether it was Czechmanik's poor goaltending, which we've seen at times in the series, or did they miss Eric Desjardins finally in this series? And I think it's missing Desjardins 25 minutes. I think Philly's left defensemen are starting to fill in at right defense where Desjardins normally plays and they're not comfortable. And I think because Desjardins plays 5-on-5, he's on their first penalty kill group, he's on their first power play group, that this is where they're really missing Desjardins. Look here in Game 5 in a 5-on-5 situation. Arvidsson and Havlik coming down 2-on-2 in the Philly zone. Normally D and 2-on-2s will stay in their own area. They'll let whatever forwards come to them. They won't cross, but in this case with Therrien, mostly a lefty, playing right D, and a young Vandermeer on the left side, they start chasing. And so if Vandermeer is going to chase across, then Therrien has to come across and fill in and help cover on the rebound. He doesn't do so, and it's an easy rebound goal. Go to penalty killing. Normally where Desjardins at, now there's different D, like Ragnarsson here, chasing up the boards. A normal rule is put pressure when you see it back, but not above the hash marks, especially if a forward isn't going to rotate low. In this case, Ragnarsson chases all the way up almost to the blue line, which would be fine, but there's no forward rotating into the front of the net, meaning they're not playing that way, meaning Ragnarsson out here at the blue line, 60 feet from the front of the net. far too far to get back. And watch Ottawa. They're going to pass right to that opening at the side of the net, get their first chance. Now it's a big scramble. Here comes Bonk in off the point for an easy goal. Same thing. He's missed big time on the power play. There's Janssen right over where the right D would normally pick up pucks. Now it's Janssen, not Desjardins. Schaefer comes in, lifts Janssen's stick, steals the puck, goes down, makes the game 5-on-1, 5-1, puts it out of reach. That's an area where Desjardins would normally be. I think Philly all series has been trying to use their big forwards and hammer away in Ottawa's end to take pressure off the Ottawa defenseman. And this was clearly evident in Game 5 that they couldn't cover for Desjardins' absence.
Coach, they don't need a lot of offense. One goal, and they win in these postseasons. That's all you can ask for. All right, stay with us. Still ahead, the Ducks have been getting jiggy all playoffs long. Can the Ducks goaltender continue his magical run and be just like his idol, Patrick Roy?
Brush twice a day.
Any sign of the evil gingivitis?
What are you talking about?
About getting people to use me every time they use you.
What?
Because together we eliminate more germs that cause gingivitis than brushing alone.
Oh, yeah?
We're like the clean team.
Right. Hey, isn't that gingivitis over there?
Where?
Made you look.
Want your gums clean? Brush, then Listerine.
Just because you've gained a family doesn't mean you've lost your spark. 200 horsepower, a 5-star safety rating, an award-winning interior. It's the 2003 Mazda MPV. Body of a minivan, soul of a sports car. One drive, and you'll know.
16 college students, 1 week in Cancun for the ultimate experiment in reality filmmaking.
Girls go on spring break to find guys like me.
How you and 15 friends can experience this Cancun reality at your own private screening. Plus, you'll keep that Cancun look all year, courtesy of Fabutan. To enter, visit AllianceAtlantisFilms.com.
So any girls here want to make you out or something?
The real Cancun. Anything can happen during spring break. And it did. In theaters May 9th.
The 2003 Royal Bank Cup is underway in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Humboldt Broncos and Lennoxville Cougars are 1-0. Charlottetown Abbeys Wellington Dukes 0-1, and Camrose Kodiak still looking for their first game as they represent the Pacific. A reminder, you can see live coverage of the final from the Royal Bank Cup live here on TSN next Sunday. And they played the American equivalent of the Royal Bank Cup final in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan last night. The Pittsburgh Forge facing the Sioux Indians in the championship game. And Coach, you want to tell us what happened?
Well, 2 years ago, I founded the Pittsburgh Forge and have been their general manager for the last 2 years. And in year one, we finished as national runner-up, and we're a little disgruntled about that. And this year, we were able to win the championship last night against the Sioux, a game we won 3-1. It was tremendous. Michael Hansa scored with about 8 minutes to go to score the winning goal. So, and special congratulations to Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario native John Buchanan. He and Jay Verity, the rest of our staff, and a great group of guys did a tremendous job, and they won everything this year.
Did this all in just 2 years' time. Is that a way for you to try to get your toes back into maybe a head coaching job?
No, I just can't avoid the game, so I got to find someone that I can talk to about the game. And so in between NHL jobs, it was a wonderful chance for me to stay in coaching and work with kids. And 18 kids got college scholarships, so it worked out good for everybody.
Congratulations, a job well done. In your other job, you'll be back to work tomorrow night on the NHL on TSN. As our analyst, of course, as our coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs continues, it's the Stars and the Mighty Ducks tomorrow night on the NHL on TSN. Coming up tonight on TSN Profile with Roger Nielsen's coming up next. The World Hockey Championship and encore presentation of Canada versus Switzerland. Then at Sports Center at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. For the coach and the national champion, General Manager Kevin Constantine, I'm Gino Reda. We'll see you later.
Gino Reda's clothing, courtesy Mateo Mas.
TSN, Canada's sport.
sports leader.